Hey, welcome to the 24th day of September 2025. My name is Kurt, and this is Retiring in Japan, the daily life journal of a retired American living in the Japanese Satoyama countryside. Why don't you join me? Today's the first day with my eyes back. Got my cataract surgery complete. The eyewear is off, and I was able to finally wash up, take a proper shower, etc. And I'm going up to join my neighbors for our morning radio exercise, something we do every morning here except Sunday at about 6:30 a.m. So heading up, I can see one of my neighbors on her way. Let's go do it and start the day. Come join me if you like. Okay, it was great seeing the radio exercise team again. Everybody's doing well. There's my one neighbor has old Suzumibachi, the Asian giant hornet, in a nest in their eaves. We were talking about that. It's good to see everybody. My one neighbor with the vegetable stand got okra today and more of the cucumber-looking thingy. Anything down here? Oh, they've got umeboshi and a few other things. I sure do love her umeboshi. That's the umeboshi. Those are the crackers that she makes, and a few other things here too. It's amazing how just the slightest, just a slight cessation of the hot weather really makes me feel good. Not so good that I'll go out to the garden. I've just kind of let the garden just go. I know it's just going. Maybe I'll go out there tomorrow, see how it's doing. Boy, there's a real feel of autumn in the air. I guess it's the second day. Leaves are beginning to fall already. Not a single cicada sound, just crickets. Fall is here. I have plans for today. I'll be unfolding them. You'll share that with me if you join me for the rest of this video. Let's see how it unfolds. Oh, you see the hat there? It's been there for a couple of days. Well, it was there. This is the second day it was there. It was on top of that bush for a few days. I moved it over there because it kind of blended in with the overgrowth of the bushes. So let's see if anyone takes it. I'm sure it'll go away eventually. Just kind of we'll keep track of it. Rudy and I are slowly making our way back. We're back out of the park and onto the main street here. And all the flow of traffic, everybody's going, but there's an atmosphere. People aren't smiling so much. They had a day off in the middle of the week yesterday, a Tuesday. Now it's a Wednesday. They're back at it, and it shows on their faces. I'm not laughing at them, right? I'm laughing more with them. It's a laugh of sentiment. I remember that feeling. It's laughing with. No, they're not laughing. I guess I'm laughing at. But I guess it's a laughing at the circumstance. You know what I mean, right? It's not a mean thing, I don't think. Look at this. The wall is nearly complete. Looking really good. I saw the guy working on it yesterday. Real craftsman. Kind of banging each piece into place. Job site's looking good. I wonder what they're going to build. Clearly, if they're building a wall, it's going to be something. I bet it's another apartment block. And the door is closed at the NHK house across the street. They've got the scaffolding completed up and the blue sheet over the house they're demolishing. At least I think they're demolishing it. They sure are taking their time about it. Putting a lot of scaffolding up. There's inner scaffolding and outer. You know what I bet it is? I'll bet it's got asbestos in it. That's the reason. And they have to take extra precaution. Maybe. How's the farmer's plot looking? Looks great. Very carefully planted each of these plants. And then I like the way that it's ringed and then watered. And you can see that the plants over here, planted a little earlier, will be harvested sooner. I've seen how he does this. He plants them in staggered rows so he can harvest here, and then a week later harvest here, and then a week later harvest here. Makes perfect sense. And then construction continues apace on the house 3 doors down. This is the marvelous Toyota home. Oh, there's my neighbor. And there's my house. We took a long walk, huh, Rudy? Mama's probably got your breakfast waiting. No, you don't agree? And whoever owns this plot of land here came through and cleaned up all this. Looks nice. Easier to back in now. And look at this. Yumiko put up Halloween ornaments with tanuki, no less. Nice. Rudy pulled off a pretty neat feat there. Good job. How did you do that, Rudy? And thus it begins. The start of walking the dog in Japan. I'm headed out for a morning walk. I've got a phone call at 10 and another phone call at 11. People that I know from the internet. And we'll carry on from there. Well, let's see how the day goes. First stop, let's make our way to 7-Eleven so that I can get some money. Okay, so we made it down through the out of Yada. Still technically in Yada, but kind of at the edge right now. What thing going on here? And we're going to continue along towards the 7-Eleven up here in the distance, and then we'll get some money and carry on our way. So far, so good. One question, oh, there's Mount Fuji. One question is, will I be able to get the money easily? Like, can I leave Rudy outside for just a minute to do that? Here's 7-Eleven. I guess the worst that happens is if I park him outside and he just barks at people, right? It's probably the worst while I run inside. That went really well. I didn't film anything. It was kind of a stealthy kind of a thing. Putting the stroller in the front of this place, going inside, I was a little bit nervous. Everything went fine, just fine. He was a very good boy. So now we're at the park. I'm set up under this pavilion thing right here. I'm gonna let him walk around a little bit, and then we'll just hang out for a little bit. And our phone call will be coming up in about half an hour. Rudy and I are all set up. He's got a nice seat and his water, and got the stroller all set up for my first meeting at 10 o'clock. Well, that went really, really well. I had a really great talk with gentleman Michael, that's not his real name, about retirement and their own planning, he and his wife's planning for their own retirement in Japan. You know, that's the kind of thing that I really do love about the free time, is to be able to make the best, as I mentioned to Michael, not their real name. One of the great things about having the abundance of hours is the ability to make the best use as we see fit. And Rudy was such a good boy through it all. We're walking the dog in Japan, huh? Yeah. Okay, I got another phone call coming up in just a bit. I feel like I'm at my office. Well, that all went really, really well. Better than I could have ever hoped for. Had 2 nice phone calls with people over there, and Michael and let's call him Steven. We had a good time, and Rudy was a pretty good boy, except for an older woman who stopped by and tried to give me half of her snack. Rudy wasn't having that, so I had to say no to the snack. But afterwards we had a nice talk. So I think it's what is it, like 11 now? We're going to do a little bit more of a walk, and then we'll make our way home, and it'll be lunchtime soon. Let's carry on. What's he doing up there, Rudy? What's that guy doing? Okay, let's continue walking. We're going to walk down by the railroad tracks. We'll see the bullet train as well. And we'll walk by the school where I used to work, around the corner, and then back up towards home around lunchtime. Oh, there goes a bullet train. We climbed up this bridge, which is a little, I have to learn how to do that right. It's safe, but I have to do it carefully, of course. Bridge over this road along the tracks. All right, so these are the bullet train tracks just above me. I like that angle and view. It runs really close to the school where I used to work out, which is right up here. We'll walk past that, then we'll make our way across. There goes the train. This is the gate to the school that I used to work at. All right, here's a beautiful old house, one of the centerpieces of our community in the process of going down. The workers are taking a little break. And this is the old Tokaido Highway, the most famous road in Japan. All right, so I dropped Rudy off at the house and made sure checked in on Ollie, and now I'm walking down to have lunch with my wife and my father-in-law. I would say that this first endeavor of walking the dog in Japan went well, as you've witnessed. I was able to complete a little business, a couple of meetings, so to speak, and had some adventure, documented some little snippets here and there, snippets and traces of my prior identity, walking in Japan, the band in Japan, a whole bunch, of course, of retiring in Japan. I got some steps in, and it brought me to the halfway point of the day. Now, what I think I'm going to start doing, not just yet, still a little too warm, is start staying out past lunchtime, which means that I'll start taking my lunch out and about. Doing this will become basically my job. That, I mean, I'll tell my wife that she doesn't have to worry about buying me lunch anymore, which will be good for the budget. And if she manages the household budget, I'll have to instead rely on my own to fund my lunch, mainly my YouTube revenue, selling of my books, all those things. I think I can facilitate that. All right, time to carry on. And now for lunch. There's a big spider. I got it, although I had to chase it from 2 rooms and the hallway, and I had it above my head. It almost fell on me. It was a big one. They get big as the season comes to an end, but I got it out front. Whew, I hope. Well, that's it for today. Did I tell you about the woman at the when I was doing the calls that came over with the half of a shoe cream, the cream puff? Anyway, that was interesting. She wanted some company. She didn't realize I was on the phone, and the dog's Rudy wasn't really having it. As for managing the situation, I handled it well, I think. Was able to let her, manage the dog getting upset at her, while still not being dismissive or rude, and also maintaining the phone call going at the same time. I'll explain more in my tomorrow's Good Life meditation video, which is something I do every morning to talk about, review the challenges and the opportunities of the day. It's another daily series that I do, one of the 2 daily series that I do, this and that. All right, I'll sign off for now. It's a nice evening. I think I'm ready for a robust walk. You ready, Rudy? We're ready. Thanks for joining me. Be safe, but not too safe. Bye-bye.